Blessed be God who has been our dwelling place from the ages past. I thank God, the Creator, for sending wonderful messengers and prophets into our midst to do greatness. I bless the name of God, the Creator, for Moses and the Torah. I bless the name of God, the Creator, for Jesus and the gospel. And I bless the name of God, the Creator, for Muhammad and the Quran. Praise be upon these worthy servants. Dearly beloved, it is essential for me to begin with this prayer that I have offered because the topic that I have in hand today is a very controversial one. This is the topic of white supremacy. This is a topic of distinction, putting a difference between black and white. There is no gray, there's no in between. There's no sitting on the fence. You're either on the left side or on the right side. And I felt the burden upon me to sit and address this issue because Farrakhan is a great leader. Farrakhan is a great speaker who does not mince his words. He does not mix his words. He does not say one thing to mean another. He's very crafty, he's very intelligent. When he speaks creatively and attentively. He does not speak from a space of ignorance. It is only those who do not listen to this minister with open mindedness that would end up thinking that he is lopsided in his delivery of his message or in his advocacy for the freedom and autonomy of the black man. Well, as a black man today, I felt the need to address some of the issues raised in the video that I'm about to share with you. First of all, I would love to have you listen to the content of this video and eventually engage constructively in the comment section to let me know what you think about it. I would let the video play from start to finish and then play it again. That way we can listen to it analytically and break down the implication of this message. Because from the shorts video which I have posted, so many people tend to have understood the message incorrectly. And I felt the burden upon me to sit and make this reaction to clarify the purpose of this video and the intent to which Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan spoke. So here we go.
So, since two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time, if the white male is gonna rule, then he must crush the black male.
Yeah,
White male, you are wrong.
yeah.
Because if in reality, because of white supremacy, you believe that in order for you to survive as a white man, you have to crush a black man's existence, then in crushing our existence, you are doing something to your own. Because ultimately, no power on earth
No power.
for any long period of time can keep any man from attaining what God Himself has willed for that man.
So that's about how long this clip is. This is an extract from the complete message. This message in its entirety is about 1 hour long, about 2 hours, way more than 1 hour. It's about 2 hours long. So, first of all, it is absolutely not a good starting point to make conclusion of what the minister is saying by the content of this clip. It is essential to refer to the original content, first of all, to understand the parameters which Farrakhan sets before he spoke about white supremacy in this manner. Let's listen to the content of this message and this time stop the video in necessary areas that are needing or requiring our analytic view of the issues Farrakhan raised.
So, since two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time, if the white male is going to rule, then he must crush the black male. Yeah. White male, you are wrong.
I feel like this is significantly the problem a lot of viewers had with this video, where Farrakhan explicitly states that the white male is wrong. This is simply because, in my thinking, a lot of people do not appreciate instances where they are being told that they are wrong. Be you black, be you white, be you green or red, whenever somebody points out to you that you are wrong or you are on the side which is totally incorrect, you take issues with that. But before he even mentions that the white male is wrong, he started by mentioning that at some point it is impossible for two things to cohabit in one space, especially if those things are of different natures. And he made analogies with the black and the white male. And specifically, Farrakhan here isn't speaking about random people. He's speaking about white supremacists. So I see no generalization here. Like I said in the opening of this video, Farrakhan is a really crafty, intelligent speaker. He doesn't just casually say things. He sets the parameters before speaking. So in the parameters of this speech, he clearly defined whiteness. Whiteness in this sense referred to white supremacists, those who limit you, the black, those who limit you, the Latinos, those who limit everybody in society. The supremacist. We need to have the word supremacist underlined. Those are the people Farrakhan is speaking with. Let's continue.
Yeah. Because if in reality, because of white supremacy, you believe
Because of white supremacy, you believe. This is not white or black. This is a thing of supremacy. One person feeling they're above everybody else. One person using all their privileges to disadvantage others so they can be disadvantaged. These are some of the pointers of this video that are essential for us to understand what Farrakhan truly meant by the end of white supremacy. If you're not a supremacist, you should not have problem with the content of this video, whether you're white, whether you're black. As long as you're not a supremacist, these are facts. There are some people in society who just desire to see that everybody else is limited in the attainment of success.
that in order for you to survive as a white man, you have to crush a black man's existence.
That's right. Why do you need to crush somebody else? We know the history of slavery in this country. We know the history of colonialism around the world. It was crazy. It was perpetuated by one race. There's no debate about that. And so, whenever a black preacher or a black teacher rises up to teach some of these truths, we shouldn't get offended by this. Instead, those who are responsible or who were responsible for the suppression and the oppression of the black race or of other races around the world should arise to this responsibility and apologize. We should be sorry, or at least be quiet and let these black preachers or let this advocate speak for their people. They are not out there to offend anybody. They are out there to state the facts. That way, their people can be emancipated into thinking for self and doing for self.
Then, in crushing our existence, you are doing something to your own. Because ultimately, no power on earth, no power, for any long period of time can keep any man from attaining what God Himself has willed for that man.
That's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. The closure of this is so beautiful. Farrakhan beautifully puts God above everybody else. He said, if in crushing somebody else, you think you're crushing them, you're actually crushing yourself because there's nobody on earth who has the power to which God does have. You cannot limit whoever you didn't create. You may limit them today, but then when they rise to the occasion tomorrow, you may not like the outcome. And I feel that's the outrage coming from this video. A lot of people are not liking that Black men are standing up and speaking for their people. The Black community is standing up and building itself and building its own reality. And that's why we find this offensive. Otherwise, it's a simple message, clear, straightforward, constructive. I see people in the comment section saying this is a linear thinking. It doesn't uh, promote oneness, blah, blah, blah. That does not apply. This is a very intelligent speaker. And like I said, if you're open minded, if you're not lopsided, if you're not affected by the facts presented in the speech, then you should be promoting the reality spoken in this video as compared to how you have demoted that. I do hope that this would not spark any further controversy. If you do like what's the topics that I bring here, like I said in my channel's description, um, these videos are going to be thought provoking and engaging in some sense constructively. So yes, you should be able to get in the comment sections constructively without insulting the speaker or insulting a community or insulting ideas. Ideas that are not aligning with what you think of are not linear. They are not limiting. You're just not opening your mind enough to see the other side of things. If you're on the side of the oppressed, then you should know that it's past time for the oppressed people around the world to rise up to the occasion of their oppression and speak for themselves and construct their own realities. Well, thank you. And I do hope that you subscribe to this channel. You continue subscribing, commenting some of the contents you would like to see in the future, and tell us your point of view about this reactions I am going to be making in subsequent time. Thank you very much for being part of this episode today. I'll certainly see you in my next presentation. Have a good one.
So, since two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time, if the white male is gonna rule, then he must crush the black male.
Yeah.
White male, you are wrong.
Yeah.
Because if in reality, because of white supremacy, you believe that in order for you to survive as a white man, you have to crush a black man's existence, then in crushing our existence, you are doing something to your own. Because ultimately, no power on earth,
No power.
for any long period of time, can keep any man from attaining what God himself has willed for that man. So since